Welcome back, students. The question is, welcome back, students. The question sine sine inverse minus of x is equal to what? You need to find sine inverse of minus x. Option A, minus sine inverse x. Option B, pi minus sine inverse x. Option C, pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. Option D. So first, let us take y is equal to sine inverse minus, correct? Implies, move that sign with inverse to this side. Sine y is equal to minus x. Got it? This implies, this implies minus sine y is equal to, move that minus to the other side, x. But we know that we have sine of minus x equal to minus sin x. Okay, so here we have minus sin y. So let us take minus, right? So sin of minus y is equal to x. Got it right? This implies, now move sign to other side. So minus y is equal to sin inverse x. What is y? Y is sin inverse minus x. Correct? This implies, you can take one more step, y is equal to sin inverse x plus minus sin x implies, which is the option, option A is the correct answer. Got it right? Y is equal to minus sin inverse x. Thank you. Welcome back, students. The question is sine inverse minus x. Option A, minus sine inverse x. Option B, pi minus sine inverse x. Option C, pi by 2 minus sine inverse x. So first let us take y is equal to sine inverse minus x. Okay. Y is equal to sine inverse minus x. So now move this sine to this side. So sine y, since it is invertible, you can move. So sine y is equal to minus x. Correct? This implies minus sine y is equal to what? X. Correct? You are moving this minus sign to other side. Okay? Or you can multiply throughout by minus 1. Both the result will be A. This implies we have sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. So here you have minus sine y. This is, you can write it as sine of minus y is equal to x. Now move sine to other side. It will become sine inverse. So implies minus y is equal to sine inverse x. Got it right? Okay. This implies y is equal to minus sine inverse x. So what is y? Here you have taken y as sine inverse minus. This implies sine inverse minus x is equal to minus sine inverse x. Got it right? So very simple, usual method. You have to assign sine inverse minus x as y. Then rearrangement. Therefore, check the options. Option A, minus sine inverse x is the correct answer. Option A, minus sine inverse x is the correct answer. Thank you. Hi everyone. The question is, if sine inverse x is equal to cos inverse y, then you need to find x square plus y square. So let us assign sine inverse x as theta. Okay, this implies this sine theta is equal to x. Correct? So since sine inverse x is equal to cos inverse y, sine inverse x is equal to cos inverse y, that is given in the statement. And if sine inverse x is equal to theta, then cos inverse y must be what? Theta again. Therefore, cos inverse y is equal to theta. This implies So cos theta is equal to y. Correct? Are you getting? Cos theta is equal to y. Now you have sin theta is equal to x, cos theta is equal to y. Find x square plus y square. Consider x square plus y square is equal to x is sin theta, therefore x square is sin square theta. Y is equal to cos theta, therefore y square is equal to cos square theta. So what is sin square theta plus cos square theta? Identity. The sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Now check the option. Option A 0, option B 1, option C 2, option D 3. So we got x square plus y square is equal to 1. Therefore option B 1 is the correct answer because sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. Therefore x square plus y square is equal to 1 is the correct answer. Got it right? Thank you. Hi students. The question is the graph of y is equal to sine inverse x is symmetric about. So let us first see the graph. See, the graph is like this. 0 at pi by 2, it is Hi students, the question is the graph of y is equal to sine inverse x is symmetric about option A x-axis, option B y-axis, option C origin, option D line y is equal to minus x. Okay, so see the graph of sine inverse x. See, it is at 1, it is pi by 2. Next, at 0, it is pi. Again, 1, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Correct? So, if you rotate this 180 degree, it will exactly overlap. So, that is called rotational symmetry. So, if you rotate, it exactly overlaps and it is rotational symmetry. So, about origin, it is symmetric since it has rotational symmetry. Rotate 180 degree, it exactly overlaps. Therefore, symmetric about origin. Okay, check the answer. Check the answer. Answers is option C, origin. Got it right? So you have to imagine, okay, or take the figure and rotate it to 180 degree, you will get the idea. Got it right? So option C. Hi students, the question is the graph of y is equal to cos inverse x is a reflection of y is equal to cos x. In option A, x-axis, option B, the line y is equal to x, option C, y-axis, option D, line is equal to y is equal to minus x. Now see the graph. See, this blue line represents y is equal to cos x. The red line represents y is equal to cos inverse x. This dotted line represents y is equal to x. So, if you exactly fold the graph along y is equal to x-axis, this part, lower part exactly overlaps on upper part. The graph exactly overlaps. Therefore, the graph is both the graph y is equal to cos inverse x and y is equal to cos x. They overlap if you fold on the line y is equal to x. So therefore, it is symmetric about the line y is equal to x. Are you getting? If you fold on the line y is equal to x, it overlaps. It overlaps. Therefore, it is symmetric about where? y is equal to x. Therefore, check the options. Option B, y is equal to x is the correct answer. Got it right? Thank you. Hi students, the question is y is equal to tan inverse x passes through. For that, you need to draw the graph. Options are option A 0, 0, option B 1, 0, option C 1 pi by 2, option D 0 pi by 4. So see the graph of y is equal to tan inverse x. See this at 0, pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, 2 pi. Same way, minus pi by 2 minus pi, we have the graph. Okay. So just check. So clearly, if you see the graph passes through 0, 0, right? This point. Graph passes through origin. Passes through origin. Zero, zero. Correct? By seeing graph, you can make out. Therefore, option A 0, 0 is the correct answer. Got it right? First you draw the graph and then you have to check. So option A 0, 0 is the correct answer. Thank you. Hi students. The question is the maximum value of y is equal to sine inverse x. Option A 0, option B pi by 4, option C pi by 2, option D pi. So, what's the domain of sine inverse x? Domain of sine inverse x is -1 to 1. Correct? So, at minus pi by 2, it is -1. Or for sine inverse Hi students, the question is the maximum value of y is equal to sine inverse x. So now, what is the value of, or what is the domain of sine inverse x? Domain of sine inverse x is closed interval -1 to 1. Correct? So sine inverse -pi/2 is, or sine of, you can Hi students, the question is the maximum of y is equal to sine inverse x. The domain of sine inverse x is, -1 to closed interval -1 to 1. Correct? So sine inverse -1 is equal to what? -pi/2. And sine inverse 1 is equal to pi/2. So range is -pi/2 to pi/2. Range is -pi/2 to pi/2. So this end maximum value, it is pi/2. Therefore, see the options. Option A 0, option B pi/4, option C pi/2, option D pi. So option C pi/2 is the correct answer. You can see in the graph also, the highest value in this graph is pi/2. Therefore, option C pi/2 is the correct answer. Got it right? Thank you. Hi students, the question is the maximum of y is equal to cos inverse x. So what is the domain of cos inverse x? Domain is -1 to 1. Correct? Cos inverse -1. What is cos inverse -1? Cos inverse -1 is pi. Correct? What is cos inverse 1? For what value of cos angle? The answer is 1. Cos inverse 1 is 0 because cos 0 is 1. So the range is from 0 to pi. Therefore, the maximum value of cos inverse x is pi, the highest value. Therefore, check the answer. Option A 0, option B pi by 4, option C pi by 2, option D pi. We got the answer as pi. Therefore, option D option D pi is the correct answer. Should be option D pi. Hi students, the question is the maximum of y is equal to cos inverse x. The domain of cos inverse x is, what's the domain of cos inverse x? It is -1 to 1. Correct? So, what is cos inverse -1? It is pi. Correct? And check what is cos inverse 1. It is 0. Therefore, the range of cos inverse x is 0 to pi. So this is lower limit, this is upper limit. So this is the maximum value. Therefore, maximum of y is equal to cos inverse x is pi. Check the options. Option A 0, option B pi by 4, option C pi by 2, and option D pi. Option D pi is the correct answer. Got it? It's option D Option D, pi is the correct answer. Thank you. Hi students. The question is the range of tan inverse x plus cot inverse x. Option A, open interval 0 to pi. Option B, open interval pi by 2 to pi. Option C, 0 to pi by 2. Option D, pi by 2. Okay. So, let me take y is equal to tan inverse x. Okay. This implies x is equal to tan 1. Correct? So, you can write the same as x is equal to cot pi by 2 minus y. Okay? Because tan theta is equal to, because tan theta you can write in terms of cot as cot of pi by 2 minus theta. Pi by 2 minus, whether it is cot, tan or sine, whatever, pi by 2 minus sine will change it as cos. Cos changes as sine. Tan changes to cot. Cot changes to tan, like that. So x is equal to cot pi by 2 minus y. Now bring this cot to other side. So cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus y. Now what is y? Y is tan inverse. I am substituting it. Cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2 minus tan inverse x. Rearrange. Move this one to other side. This implies you move this tan inverse x to other side, minus will become plus. So tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is equal to pi by 2. Therefore, the range of tan inverse x plus cot inverse x is pi by 2. Therefore, option D, pi by 2 is the correct answer. Got it right? Hi students, the question is sin inverse 1 by root 5 plus cot inverse 3 is equal to what? Option A pi by 3, option B pi by 2, option C pi by 6, option D pi by 4. So let me take sin inverse 1 by root 5 is equal to A. This implies sin A is equal to 1 by root 5. Okay, convert that to cos. Cos A is equal to, how can you write? It is 1 minus sin square A, that is 1 minus 1 by root 5 whole square, that is 1 minus 1 by 5 under root 1 minus 1 by 5, that is under root 5 minus 1 divided by 5, that is under root 4 by 5. Correct? You can write that as 2 by root 5. So you have sin A and cos A. Therefore, tan A is equal to sin A by cos A. That is equal to 1 by root 5 whole divided by 2 by root 5, that is equal to 1 by 2. Got it right? Now, take cot inverse 3 is equal to B. Okay? Cot inverse 3 is equal to B implies cot B is equal to 3. That implies tan B is equal to what? 1 by 3, because cot theta is equal to 1 by tan theta. Now take sin inverse 1 by root 5 plus cot inverse 3, that is equal to A plus B, because sin inverse 1 by root 5 is A, cot inverse 3 is B. So is equal to, I can write it as tan of that is equal to what? What is A? A is sin inverse Hi students, the question is sine inverse 1 by root 5 plus cot inverse 3 is equal to what? Option A pi by 3, option B pi by 2, option C pi by 6, option D pi by 4. Now let me take sine inverse 1 by root 5 is equal to A. Okay, this implies sine A is equal to 1 by root 5. Now find cos A. Cos A is equal to square root of 1 minus sine square A. Correct? Substitute sine A value. So 1 minus 1 by root 5 whole square. Correct? So that is equal to, you have to take square root full. That is equal to under root 1 minus 1 by 5. That is under root 4 by 5. Take LCM, simplify. Therefore, cos A is equal to root 4 is 2. So 2 by root 5. So now you have sin A is equal to 1 by root 5 and cos A is equal to 2 by root 5. Therefore, tan A is equal to sin A by cos A, that is 1 by root 5 divided by 2 by root 5, that is equal to 1 by 2. So tan A is equal to 1 by 2. Now take cot inverse 3 is equal to B. Implies, what is cot B? Cot B is equal to what? 3. Correct? Now from this, can you find tan B? Tan B is equal to 1 by cot B, isn't it? So tan B is equal to 1 by 3. Are you getting? Okay. Now take the given expression. Sine inverse 1 by root 5 plus cot inverse 3, that is equal to A plus B. Correct? Because sine inverse 1 by root 5 is equal to A, cot inverse 3 is equal to B. Now consider tan of A plus B. Tan of A plus B, that is equal to tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A tan B. Correct? So this is equal to tan A is 1 by 2. We found here. Tan B is 1 by 3. So plus 1 by 3 whole divided by 1 minus 1 by 2 into 1 by 3. Okay, that is equal to 5 by 6 numerator if you take LCM and simplify. Denominator, again take LCM and simplify. It is also 5/6. So equal to 1. Therefore, we got tan A plus B is equal to 1. Implies, what is A plus B? Can you tell me? It is tan inverse 1. For what angle of tan? You get answer as 1. Or if tan x is equal to 1, what is x? It is pi/4. Correct? Now see, what is A plus B? A plus B is sin inverse 1/√5 plus cot inverse 3. Therefore, sin inverse 1/√5 plus cot inverse 3 is equal to pi/4. So the given expression reduces to pi/4. Therefore, check the answer. Option D, pi/4 is the correct answer. Therefore, sin inverse 1/√5 plus cot inverse 3 is equal to pi/4. Got it right? Little bit lengthy expression, but only the conversion to sin to cos, cot to tan, that is the major requirement here. Okay, got it right? Thank you. Hi students, the question is, if tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z is equal to pi/2, then you need to find xy plus yz plus zx. Okay, so given tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z is equal to pi/2. This equation is given in the statement. So now first you consider this. Apply the formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. So I'm writing directly. It is tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy using standard formula, plus this tan inverse z I will keep as it is, that is equal to pi/2, that is given. Any doubts here? Got it right? Now again use tan inverse x plus tan inverse y formula. Instead of x you have this whole quantity. Instead of y you have z. Okay, so that is tan inverse, instead of x you have x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Instead of y you have z divided by 1 minus x is x plus y divided by 1 minus xy into y is z. So simplify this, take LCM and simplify. It is x plus y plus z into 1 minus xy whole divided by, so denominator in the numerator and denominator both will be 1 minus xy, that cancels. So 1 minus xy minus x plus y into z. Are you getting? Okay. So this is equal to x plus y plus, you can write here it is equal to pi by 2 from the previous step. Z minus, and I left here tan inverse also. Take tan inverse. Here also tan inverse. X plus y plus z minus xyz whole divided by Hi students, the question is, if tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z is equal to pi by 2, then xy plus yz plus zx is equal to, option A 0, option B x plus y plus z, option C xyz, option D 1. Now consider tan inverse x plus tan inverse y plus tan inverse z, that is equal to pi by 2 they have given. Now use tan inverse A plus tan inverse B formula. Tan inverse A plus B divided by 1 minus AB. Therefore, it is tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Tan inverse z will be as it is. That is equal to 5 by 2. Okay. Now, again use tan inverse A plus tan inverse B formula. Instead of A, you have x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Instead of B, you have z. Therefore, it is tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy plus z whole divided by 1 minus x plus y divided by 1 minus xy into z. This is equal to 5 by 2. Okay. Now simplify. That is tan inverse. Take LCM in the numerator and denominator. I'm writing directly x plus y plus z into 1 minus xy whole divided by 1 minus xy. Now you write simplification of denominator. It is 1 minus xy minus x plus y into z whole divided by 1 minus xy. That is equal to 5 by 2. Are you getting? Okay. Now the denominator, both the denominator cancels. That is equal to tan inverse. Simplify further. X plus y plus z minus xyz correct, whole divided by 1 minus xy minus xz minus yz is equal to 5 by 2. Now move this tan inverse to other side. It will become tan pi by 2. This implies x plus y plus z minus xy z whole divided by 1 minus xy plus xz plus yz. I am taking minus outside, inside it will be plus. Is equal to what? You are moving tan inverse to other side, therefore it is tan pi by 2. So that is tan pi by 2 can be written as cos pi by 2, sorry, sin pi by 2 divided by cos pi by 2. Correct? Now cross multiply cos pi by 2 to here and sin pi by 2 down. Or you can substitute sin pi by 2 and cos pi by 2 value and then cross multiply. So x plus y plus z minus xyz multiply by cos pi by 2. Now you can, next step you can substitute pi by 2, cos pi by 2 whole divided by 1 minus xy plus xz plus yz is equal into what? Sin pi by 2. Sin pi by 2, that is equal to 1. What is cos pi by 2? It is 0. Sin pi by 2 is 1. Correct? Sin pi by 2 is 1. Substitute it. This implies the numerator becomes 0. Therefore, you can write it as 1 minus x, 1 minus xy plus xz plus yz is equal to 0. Okay. So what you got it as 1 minus, I am writing here, xy plus xz plus yz is equal to 0. This implies xy plus xz plus yz is equal to 0 plus 1, that is 1. So this value is xy plus yz plus zx. Here you have xy plus yz plus zx, that is equal to 1. Therefore, option D, 1 is the correct answer. Little lengthier procedure, but you can do easily by using one and only the formula tan inverse x plus tan inverse y is equal to tan inverse x plus y divided by 1 minus xy. Got it right? Thank you.